A very good morning. It's just past 8, the 6th October morning, and we're back again with Breakfast Show. I'm Anil Thomas. Over the next 1 hour, we'll take you through the major happenings across India and the globe from the field of politics, business and sports. Also, our regular segment on health, weather and Good News India. Our top focus over the day, concrete steps helps Delhi and NCR region. Pollution level dips from very poor to poor category. Meanwhile, the centre and Gujarat government bracing themselves to tackle the very severe cyclonic storm Maha. That's not all. Indian shooters continue to hit bullseye with Deepak Kumar booking the 10th ticket to Tokyo Olympics. We'll be getting you live inputs from our team of correspondents to the top stories. But first up, this Wednesday morning, the headlines we are tracking. Pollution levels in Delhi improves from very poor to poor category. Pollution levels also dip across various cities in North India. Prime Minister Modi reviews the pollution situation in North India. Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh to appear before the Supreme Court on the issue of stubble burning. Suspense continues over Maharashtra Chief Minister. BJP Core Committee meets at the Chief Minister's house in Mumbai. BJP State President Chandrakant Patil says the mandate has been given to BJP Shiv Sena alliance and the government will be formed soon. Also says party has not received any proposal from the Shiv Sena so far. Centre and Gujarat government brace themselves to tackle very severe cyclonic storm Maha. It is expected to make a landfall on the Gujarat coast tomorrow morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chairs a meeting to review the situation. Delhi police personnel end their protest after assurance by senior officers that their grievances will be addressed. Injured policemen to get an ex gratia of at least 25,000 rupees. RBI enhances cash withdrawal limit from the scam hit PMC Bank to 50,000 rupees per account. With the above relaxation, more than 78% of the depositors of the bank will be able to withdraw their entire account balance. On his visit to Russia, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh urges the Russian defence industry to jointly manufacture defence equipment with India. Urges industry leaders to make use of the significant economic reforms undertaken under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. In international news, Yemen's Saudi-backed government and southern separatists sign an agreement to end a power struggle in the south of Yemen. Saudi's Crown Prince hailed the agreement as a step forward, a wider political solution to end the multifaceted conflict. And in sports, Manu Bakar wins gold in the women's 10-meter air rifle, while Deepak Kumar secures India's 10th Olympic quota in shooting after winning the 10 meters air rifle bronze medal at the 14th Asian Championship. Well, now for the stories in detail. Pollution levels in Delhi has improved from very poor to poor category as the wind flushed out pollutants. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a meeting on Tuesday to discuss the situation arising due to the pollution in various parts of northern India. Union Cabinet Secretary also reviewed the progress made in the arrangements since Saturday to control air pollution in the National Capital Region. It is observed that the cases of crop stubble burning in Punjab and Haryana still continues and there is a need for more focused action. These states have now been directed that more monitoring teams should be deployed on the field to ensure that the violators are taken to task by imposing suitable fines. The states have also been directed to ensure that they are fully prepared for meeting any exigency in the future. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has directed the Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh state to appear before it today on the issue of stubble burning. Chief Secretary of the Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi has also been asked to appear before the Apex Court today. Well, let's now take a look at the air quality index of various cities across northern India. Delhi is at 260, Noida at 266, Ghaziabad still in the very poor category at 301, Faridabad hitting 210. When you purely look at it on a metro city basis, Delhi still in the 260 category. Mumbai amongst the 4 metros still in the best of categories at 87. Air quality in Haryana, Gurugram, Rohtak, Hisar, Chandigarh. Rohtak and Chandigarh in moderate, while the other 2 in the poor category. In Punjab is just Batinda that's in the moderate category of 115. Rest all 3 cities, Patiala, Amritsar and Ludhiana in the very poor category. When you look at UP and Bihar, Lucknow very much in the poor category, Kanpur in the severe category still, Meerut in poor at 279, while Patna at 341 and in the very poor category. Well, moving on now to the cyclonic storm Maha. Centre and the Gujarat government have geared up to tackle cyclone Maha, which is likely to cross the Gujarat coast around Diu as a cyclonic storm around Thursday morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a meeting on Tuesday to review the situation arising due to the cyclonic conditions in parts of western India. The Weather Office has warned that light to moderate rainfall at most places with heavy to very heavy falls at a few places in Saurashtra and Gujarat region are expected during the next 2 days. The Met Office has also predicted for squally wind speed reaching 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, gusting to 60 kilometers per hour over the northeast Arabian Sea along and off the Gujarat coast.
Heavy to very heavy rainfall at scattered places में होगा 6th को जूनागढ़, गिर सोमनाथ, दीव, अमरेली, भावनगर, बोटाड, राजकोट, and then your Surat, Varuch, Anand, Ahmedabad. 7th को जो heavy rainfall होगा, heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places, भावनगर district, बोटाड districts, then Surat, Varuch, Baroda, Anand, Ahmedabad. 8 तारीख onwards clear हो जाएगा, ये हम कह सकते हैं.
Meanwhile, the NDRF teams have been deployed in all coastal districts to help the local district administrations in view of the cyclonic storm. The Western Naval Command of the Indian Navy is also prepared to undertake humanitarian as well as disaster relief operations along Gujarat and North Maharashtra coast if required. 4 warships of the Western Naval Command have been loaded with HADR relief materials. Naval units of the Gujarat Naval Area are also prepared with emergency response teams equipped with underwater diving equipments and boats. In addition, naval aircrafts and helicopters are also on standby to undertake any survey or air rescue operations. The naval authorities in Gujarat are in constant liaison with the civil authorities to ensure seamless coordination. In Diu, the administration has issued advisory for tourists and locals ahead of cyclone Maha. Well, for more on that story, Devashi from Ahmedabad joins us on the phone line this morning. Good morning, Devashi. Devashi, give us a sense of the preparedness for this particular, cyclonic storm that's expected to hit the western coast there in Maharashtra as well as in Gujarat. How prepared is the state government, and how well is the coordination between the agencies that are going to take part in this particular rescue and relief operation?
जी, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग. यहाँ पे साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म की जो स्थिति बनी हुई है उसके लिए एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है वो पूरा मुस्तैद है, और गुजरात की जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है उन्होंने सारे ऑर्डर्स दिए हैं, सबको सूचनाएं मिल चुकी है, और पूरा जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है वो कोस्टल एरिया पे नजर बनाए रखे है. खुद गुजरात के जो मुख्यमंत्री है विजय भाई रूपानी, वो उसको मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं. अगर प्रिपेयरनेस की बात करें तो 30 से भी ज्यादा एनडीआरएफ की टीम है वो गुजरात में आ चुकी है, और कल ही अहमदाबाद से उसको एयरबोर्न करके पोरबंदर है, जामनगर है, सब जगह पे दीव है, वहां पे पहुंचा दिया गया है. उन लोगों ने वहां पे लोगों से बात की है, पूरा जो कोस्टल एरिया है उसका जायजा लिया है, और वहां वो मुस्तैद है, वो रेडी टू मूव कंडीशन में है. यहाँ का जो वेस्टर्न नेवल कमांड है उन्होंने भी उसके 4 शिप जो है उसको डिप्लॉय कर रखे हैं. कोई भी अगर इमरजेंसी होती है तो वहां से तुरंत ही मूव करेंगे. साथ साथ इंडियन एयरफोर्स जो है वो भी अलर्ट पे है. जामनगर का जो हमारा एयरफोर्स का जो एयर स्टेशन है वो एकदम कोस्टल एरिया पे है, तो वहां पे चेतक, चीता जैसे हेलीकॉप्टर और मीडियम लिफ्ट हेलीकॉप्टर Mi-17 और उस टाइप के जो हेलीकॉप्टर उसको भी रेडी रखा गया है। एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर को भी रेडी रखा गया है, अगर जरूरत पड़े तो वो भी हरकत में आ सकते हैं। यहाँ का जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है उन्होंने भी मछुआरों के लिए वार्निंग दे दी है। अभी कोई मछुआरे हैं वो समुद्र में नहीं है, सब वापिस आ गए हैं और किसी को जाने की अभी अनुमति नहीं है। फिशरमैन का जो पूरा ऑपरेशन है वो सस्पेंड किया गया है और साथ साथ लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है वो लोगों को प्रशिक्षित कर रहा है, उसको बता रहा है कि लो लाइन एरिया में ना जाए। खास करके जो दीव में लैंडफॉल होगा ये महाचक्रवात, तो वहाँ दीव में बीच है और टूरिज्म का एक बड़ा केंद्र है, लेकिन पूरी जो टूरिस्ट एक्टिविटी है उसको भी वहां से बंद कर दी गई है। अभी बीच को भी क्लियर करवा दिया है और जैसे ही अगर ऐसा अनुमान है कि आज रात या कल सुबह मॉर्निंग से पहले टकराएगा तो उसको साथ निपटने के लिए पूरा जो प्रशासन है वो रेडी टू स्टैंड टू रेडी।
देवशी, अगर साइक्लोन के इंपैक्ट या फिर लैंडफॉल की बात करें, लैंडफॉल का इंपैक्ट कितना बड़ा हो सकता है और लैंडफॉल सिर्फ गुजरात को अफेक्ट करेगा या फिर साथ ही साथ जो सटा हुआ राज्य है महाराष्ट्र उसको भी अफेक्ट करेगा?
देखिए, साइक्लोन का जो अभी का मौसम विभाग का प्रेडिक्शन है उसके हिसाब से वो दीव पे पहला लैंडफॉल करेगा। और उसकी जो गति है वो 70 से 80 किलोमीटर की रहने की संभावना है अभी तक का जो प्रेडिक्शन है उसके हिसाब से। तो 70 से 80 में अगर लैंडफॉल करेगा तो वो हवा तो बहुत तेज चलेगी, लेकिन वो जो पहले जो सीवियर साइक्लोन था इतना नुकसान नहीं होगा। और जैसे ही साइक्लोन लैंड करता है जमीन पे तो उसकी जो तीव्रता है वो जैसे आगे चलता है तो उसकी कम हो जाती है, क्योंकि जब पानी में होता है तभी उसकी तीव्रता बढ़ती है। तो उसके हिसाब से जब साइक्लोन लैंडफॉल करके आगे जाएगा तो उसकी ज्यादा तीव्रता नहीं रहेगी। बात है महाराष्ट्र की, तो महाराष्ट्र के कुछ एरिया में भी शायद वो समुद्र में होके जा सकता है, लेकिन वहां भी इतनी बड़ी तीव्रता नहीं रहेगी। तो ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि नुकसान बहुत ज्यादा होने की संभावना कम है। लेकिन एक बात मैं ये बता दूं कि ये जो महाचक्रवात है वो बहुत टाइम से मतलब उसकी करवट बदल रहा है, कभी स्पीड पे आ जाता है, कभी आगे जाता है, फिर यू टर्न ले लेता है। तो उसके लिए जो प्रशासन है वो पूरा रेडी है, क्योंकि अगर कुछ भी इसमें चेंजेस होता है लैंडफॉल होने से पहले तो भी उसको निपटने के लिए पूरी तैयारियां की गई है।
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate you joining us this morning with those updates there from Gujarat. That was our correspondent Devashi giving us an update on cyclone Maha. Remember, 2019 is going to be a record-breaking cyclone year for Mumbai. We have a cyclone year for India. I beg your pardon. India will break the previous record. In 2018, we had seen 7 cyclones or 7 tropical cyclones in a year hitting the nation. This time around, this could be the 6th cyclone, and there is one cyclone Bulbul that's building up to hit Andhra and Odisha coast on November 9. That could be the 7th storm this year that could hit India. So we'll have to wait and watch, and let's hope and pray that all people in those regions are safe and sound and all precautions are being followed and taken. Moving ahead now to Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, the stalemate over the government formation continues, even as the Bharatiya Janata Party on Tuesday said that it has not received any proposal from the Shiv Sena on forming the next government in the state. Maharashtra BJP President Chandrakant Patil insisted, however, that the new government of Mahayukti will be formed as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis met with RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat last night.
Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis called an emergency meeting of the party's core committee on Tuesday at his residence to discuss the issue. Other leaders who attended the meeting were State Party Chief Chandrakant Patil, Senior Leader Sudhir Mangantiwar and Pankaja Munde, among other leaders. After the meet, Chandrakant Patil said that there was as yet no proposal from the Shiv Sena for government formation, but the BJP was open to any proposal. He also said that the government would soon be formed in the state.
माननीय देवेंद्र जी का नेता के रूप में चयन हुआ है। पूरी पार्टी माननीय देवेंद्र जी के साथ में है और देवेंद्र जी के नेतृत्व के लिए, महाराष्ट्र के विकास के लिए हम सब लोग तैयार हैं।
It was on Monday that Fadnavis met BJP Chief Amit Shah in New Delhi. The Shiv Sena has since given a new twist to the entire process with various comments and postures. Party leader Kishore Tiwari has written to RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat requesting him to intervene in the government formation process. The Shiv Sena's Sanjay Raut has gone on to say that the next chief minister will be from the Sena.
शपथ ग्रहण होगा, शपथ ग्रहण किसी की मोनोपोली नहीं है, यह महाराष्ट्र की जनता का हक है, ये महाराष्ट्र का अधिकार है कि एक राज्य को मुख्यमंत्री में शपथ ग्रहण होगा। जिनको लगता है ये ग्रहण है, ये ग्रहण छूट जाएगा और शपथ ग्रहण होगा। मुख्यमंत्री सिर्फ शिवसेना का ही होगा।
In another development, a team of Congress and NCP leaders met Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari. Both parties in the opposition have become increasingly active in the past few days. However, there are voices within the Congress that are saying that the party should neither support the Shiv Sena to form a government, nor should it accept support from the Sena in doing so. The loudest among these voices is that of Sanjay Nirupam. The NCP on its part has adopted a posture of wait and watch. With Yogesh Sheetal in Mumbai, DD India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated the 5th India International Science Festival in Kolkata via video conferencing. Addressing the gathering through video conference, Prime Minister said that the government is providing institutional support for both invention as well as innovation. Prime Minister also urged the scientists to respond to their social responsibilities and work for the benefits of those who are underserved.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated the 5th edition of India International Science Festival 2019 through video conferencing in Kolkata. The 4-day Science Festival is being organized from 5th to 8th November and it aims to build a strategy for inclusive advancement of science and technology. Highlighting India's contribution in the field of science and technology, Prime Minister said that unprecedented work is being done in higher education and innovation. Prime Minister urged the scientists to be far more proactive in recognizing and responding to their broader social responsibilities with an aim of improving the quality of life of underserved communities.
विज्ञान वही उपयोगी है जो समाज के हित में हो, इसलिए समाज की मदद करने के लिए अपनी क्यूरियोसिटी और साइंटिफिक सोच का उपयोग बहुत आवश्यक है। जब इस सोच के साथ काम किया जाता है, तभी साइंस फॉर सोसाइटी का सामाजिक सिद्धांत भी सफल हो पाता है। साइंस फॉर सोसाइटी का बहुत महत्व है। जब सभी वैज्ञानिक, सभी देशवासी इस सोच के साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे, तो देश का भी लाभ होगा, मानवता का भी लाभ होगा।
Prime Minister said that the government is providing institutional support for both invention and innovation with an aim to make ecosystem for science and technology very strong. PM said that India has jumped from 81st rank to 52nd rank on the Global Innovation Index by initiatives taken by the government. While India has emerged as the third largest ecosystem for successful startups, he said that more than 5,000 Atal Tinkering Labs have been set up and over 200 Atal Incubation Centers have been created with the aim of instilling scientific temper among the masses.
जिस समाज में साइंटिफिक टेम्पर की ताकत बढ़ती है, उसका विकास भी उतनी ही तेजी से होता है। साइंटिफिक टेम्पर अंधश्रद्धा को मिटाता है, अंधविश्वास को कम करता है। साइंटिफिक टेम्पर समाज में क्रियाशीलता को बढ़ाता है। साइंटिफिक टेम्पर प्रयोगशीलता को प्रोत्साहित करता है। हर चीज में रीजनिंग खोजता है, तर्क और तथ्यों के आधार पर अपनी राय बनाने की समझ पैदा करता है और सबसे बड़ी बात, ये फियर ऑफ अननोन को चुनौती देने की शक्ति देता है।
The India International Science Festival was launched in 2015 to promote science and technology. The goal of the Science Festival is to help youth develop 21st century skills with focus on scientific knowledge, creativity, critical thinking, problem solving and teamwork. The previous editions of IISF had been a great success. The first and second chapters were held in New Delhi. The third edition of IISF 2017 was held in Chennai. The fourth edition of IISF was held in Lucknow. And the theme for this year's festival is Risen India. Research, innovation and science empowering the nation. The 5th edition of India International Science Festival is expected to host a gathering of about 12,000 participants from India and abroad. The festival will host more than 28 different events during this period. With inputs from Shreya Upadhyay in Kolkata and Arun Sharma in Delhi, Bureau Report, DD India.
In Jharkhand, meanwhile, the process of nominations will begin today with the issuance of notification for the first phase of assembly polls. A total of 13 assembly constituencies will go to poll in the first phase, for which polling will be held on the 30th of November. Jharkhand will see five-phase polling to the 81 seats between November 30th and December 20th, with counting of votes slated on December 23rd. A week-long main celebrations of the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev at the historic Sultanpur Lodi in Kartarpur district of Punjab began yesterday. Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh appealed to everyone to commemorate the auspicious event in the spirit of universal harmony as propagated by the great Guru. The CM also called upon the people to follow the Guru's teachings of tolerance and harmony to counter the challenges of growing religious intolerance faced by the country. He invited all to participate in the main function on November 12th and also to visit and take darshan at Kartarpur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the passenger terminal building on the Indian side of the Kartarpur Sahib corridor on November 9th at Dera Baba Nanak. Punjab government will convene a special one-day session to commemorate the 550th Prakash Parb of Sikhism founder Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu will address the special session. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh will also attend the special session. A large number of Sikhs from India have visited the Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara in Pakistan and installed a golden palanquin of the shrine. Most of the 1100 Sikhs who are in Pakistan to attend the 550th birth anniversary celebrations of Guru Nanak in Nankana Sahib visited the Gurudwara Darbar Sahib Kartarpur, also known as the Kartarpur Sahib, along with Punjab Governor Chaudhry Sarawar, and installed the palanquin they had brought in with them. Meanwhile, the Pakistan government has decided to make it mandatory for the tour operators to have a no objection certificate from the Sikh pilgrims having started coming at the Nankana Sahib from India and other countries in connection with the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak. The visiting Sikhs will also be part of the historic opening of the Kartarpur corridor on November 9th. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday called upon the Russian defence industry to work jointly to modernize India's defence platforms and to manufacture equipment to give a massive boost to the two nations' exports to third countries. The Defence Minister said that the Indian government is encouraging original equipment manufacturers or OEMs to make use of the Make in India initiative. Rajnath Singh was addressing the CEOs of the OEMs from the Russian defence industry after jointly inaugurating the India-Russia Defence Industry Cooperation Conference with Russian Minister of Industry and Trade in Moscow. He urged the industry leaders to make use of the significant economic reforms undertaken by the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi to improve the ease of doing business and opening up the defence manufacturing sector for foreign participation. Giving further benefits to farmers and sugar industry, the central government has declared that no separate environmental clearance is required to produce additional ethanol from B-heavy molasses, as it does not contribute to the pollution load. Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar announced this. The Environment Ministry said that the incentives sugar mills are expected to undertake production of ethanol from B-heavy molasses and other byproducts or products. As on June 2019, the mills owe nearly 20,000 crore to farmers across the country. With a smooth obstacle-free production of additional ethanol, the crisis may ease. Tuesday has also seen the Central Bureau of Investigation officers in action raiding 187 different locations across the country in connection with 42 bank fraud cases amounting to 7,200 crore rupees. Here are the details.
The Central Bureau of Investigation has carried out extensive raids at 187 locations across the country. The raids were conducted at locations in Andhra Pradesh, Chandigarh, Delhi, Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Dadar and Nagar Haveli. Meanwhile, search for evidence in bank fraud cases is also underway. The raids have been carried out with regard to the bank fraud cases. 42 cases have been filed by CBI amounting to 7,200 crore rupees. According to sources, a high-level meeting was held on Monday, following which raids were conducted on Tuesday at varied locations across the country. After the mammoth 13,000 crore fraud cases in Punjab National Bank and frauds by Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi came to light, the centre directed the CBI to investigate cases and use an iron hand against corruption cases. The CBI raids have unearthed numerous defaulters that include many public sector banks and their employees. As per sources, most of the defaulters have tied up with bank officials to get loans for their respective firms but have not repaid them. Credit facility was also used by some erring borrowers to get loans from banks. Earlier too, the CBI had conducted raids at multiple locations to dig out crucial evidence against black money and bank frauds. With inputs from Neeraj Singh, DD News.
Gogapar, a remote village in Assam, has been electrified under the Saubhagya Yojana. The families of this village are now being provided with free electricity. How the scheme changed the lives of the villagers, let's take a look in this ground report.
Ghogapar, a remote village of Buxa district of Assam, situated by river Kaldia, is inhabited by mere 16 landless families. Earlier, this entire area was almost deprived of modern amenities including electricity. Thanks to the Prime Minister's Saubhagya Yojana, under which these families are now being provided with free electricity. The ambitious scheme has been able to remove darkness from their lives as electric bulbs started lighting up their nights, enabling their children to study after school. After day-long hard work, they are now able to rest under the fan during summer.
We are very happy by having electrical connection. It helped us during night time. Earlier it was dark and we had to take help of lamp. Now our children are also able to read and write during night hours. Electric fan is giving us peace during summer.
Under Prime Minister Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana, the Saubhagya scheme has really changed the face of this remote village and brought peace and hope to these families. The villagers are overwhelmed by the positives brought to their life by the scheme. Bureau Report, DD News.
Well, let's take a look at another report from a central scheme where the central government's Mudra Yojana is helping people get loan without any security for their startups. Many unemployed youth are being benefited with the scheme and have now got employment. How the scheme has become a boon for a woman from Anantapur, let us take a look at this ground report.
Swapna of Shivalayam Street in Anantapur tried hard to get a good job to live a normal life, but she was facing hardships in supporting her family financially. Somehow she started working as a tailor, but her income was not sufficient to meet her requirements. Swapna then got to know about Mudra Yojana from her friends, and she took a loan of 50,000 rupees to start her business and then further 2 lakh rupees loan to expand her business. Today she is earning well.
Mudra Yojana is very helpful for women to be financially potent, and this scheme is a boon to the women community.
With the help of Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, Swapna is now earning sufficient enough to take care of her family's needs. Swapna and many others like her are thanking Modi government for a scheme which is fulfilling their dreams. Bureau Report, DD News.
Well, moving to international stories, and first up, Sri Lanka, where hundreds of party workers of Sri Lanka Freedom Party, led by former President Chandrika Kumaratunga, pledged not to support the former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapakse at the elections next Saturday. The workers, under the banner Organization to Protect the SLMC SLFP held a convention in Colombo, even as SLFP leadership has decided to support Gotabaya. A group led by former president has already signed an agreement last week to support Gotabaya's main rival and minister Sajith Premadasa. SLFP, led by President Maithripala Sirisena, has warned of disciplinary action against Kumaratunga and her party central committee. They met on Tuesday evening to decide upon action. Kumaratunga has, however, asserted that her actions have in no way harmed the SLFP. Kumaratunga said that the SLFP had decided to back Sri Lanka's People Party presidential candidate Gotabaya without informing her, despite she being a senior member of the party. The former president also noted that no action had been taken against Mahinda Rajapakse when he had left the SLFP and joined SLPP. Yemen's Saudi-backed government and southern separatists signed an agreement on Tuesday to end a power struggle in the south of Yemen. Saudi Arabia's crown prince hailed a step towards a wider political solution to end the multifaceted conflict. The agreement would allow the separatists and other southerners to join a new Yemeni cabinet and would place southern armed forces under the control of the Yemeni government. The UN said that the deal was an important step towards ending Yemen's civil war. The conflict has devastated the country and claimed the lives of at least 7,000 civilians, according to the United Nations. Residents of the southern city of Aden welcomed the agreement, saying that they hope that it will put an end to the fighting and pave the way for a complete peace agreement in the future. President Donald Trump has offered to help Mexico hunt the killers of 9 Mormon women and children shot dead in a lawless border area. In a tweet, the president also said that the U.S. stood ready to back the southern neighbor in a war on the drug cartel. Suspected drug cartel gunmen killed 9 U.S. citizens, 3 women and 6 children during an attack on a convoy in northern Mexico. The victims are members of the Lee Baron family linked to a breakaway Mormon community that settled in Mexico several decades ago. Mexican officials said 6 children were also wounded and another girl was missing after the attack, which left the family's 3 cars riddled with bullets and badly charred. Meanwhile, Mexico president said he would talk with Trump about the possible cooperation on security provided Mexico's sovereignty were upheld. But he suggested he did not believe that foreign intervention was necessary. Chileans and Argentinians took to the streets in the capital Buenos Aires to protest against Chile's government on Tuesday. Chilean President Sebastián Piñera rejected the notion of resignation and believes he will reach the end of his term in just over 2 years, despite intense anti-government protests that are roiling the country. At least 18 people have died and thousands have been injured after 2 weeks of rioting, protests and looting. The protests started over a hike in the public transport fares but have broadened to include poor pensions. The high costs of utilities, medication and road tolls, as well as patchy public services such as healthcare and education, are the cause of concern. Mexico's mighty Popocatépetl volcano erupted late on Monday with a dramatic ash column rising some 1.5 kilometers into the night sky. The volcano's largest explosion on the night occurred with a fiery show of lava and rocks spewing from the crater rim as the column of smoke and ash rose in the dark sky. Popocatépetl is 17,802 feet tall and is the second highest mountain in Mexico and the 5th highest in North America. Well, news now from the world of finance. In a huge relief for the depositors of the fraud-hit Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank, the Reserve Bank of India has increased the withdrawal limit to 50,000 rupees. The earlier limit of withdrawal was 40,000. With the above relaxation, more than 78% of the depositors of the bank will be able to withdraw their entire amount balance. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, while addressing the media at the Silver Jubilee celebration of the National Stock Exchange in Mumbai, said that the realty sector needs more attention. She said that the government is working with the RBI to address the issues facing the reality sector.
real estate sector requires a lot more attention because the sluggishness which prevails there is got to be addressed. And I'm glad to say there are alternative funds which are now approaching us saying we would like to do something with you all. So long as there is some support mechanism available for reviving the real estate sector, whereby the core industries which are going to supply material are not only going to benefit, but also several home buyers who are looking up to the government to give them solutions are also keen to attract and some attention from the government so that solutions are offered to them. Government of India is very keen to and is working very clearly together with the RBI to see how best we can, where necessary, tweak the existing laws to help the people who are affected in this one sector.
Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal launched the curtain raiser of the 5th Global Exhibition on Services GES in New Delhi on Tuesday. The exhibition will be held in Bengaluru from November 26 to 28 this month. In his address, Piyush Goyal said that there are lots of opportunities in the service sector and we want to explore it and take the sector to new heights.
Carefully articulating the impact that tourism can have on the country's economy, the impact that the IT sector and how the IT sector has to move beyond what we've done for the last 10 or 15, 20 years into artificial intelligence, into modern manufacturing practices, into fourth generation technologies, and now as we go into 5G in telecom, we are probably going to see a wave of new technologies coming across different sectors also. And India has the unique advantage of leapfrogging into the best what is available in the world.
Union Minister pitched for new initiatives which would increase the competitiveness in the service sector in India.
To change the destiny, change the course of India's development. And when we talk of Make in India, when we talk of manufacturing, I think services and manufacturing go hand in hand. It's pretty much a chicken and egg story. It's very difficult to determine what comes first and what is the enabler for the other. We obviously can't have, let's say, a logistics sector with no goods to move. So we need manufacturing there. But obviously we can't do manufacturing of a product without innovation, without research and development, without science, without quality education. And therefore both these sectors, not only they have to coexist, but they have to grow simultaneously. They have to grow parallelly.
Piyush Goyal said that there is very much potential in the field of religious tourism which needs to be explored.
Banaras, Varanasi, you may recall that it's a very holy place. It has a great deal of religious significance, but it was surrounded on all four sides by homes and shops and whatnot have you. And really it did not really inspire a lot of enthusiasm for people from all over the country or the world beyond the religious part of it to come to that area. But I recently had the opportunity to see the way it is being developed, and it's truly remarkable. That place itself will become a huge attraction, not only for those of us who believe a lot in religion or who believe in wanting to pay our visit and our respects and obeisance at the temple, but it will actually become a tourist destination point going forward. Similarly, the Statue of Unity.
Punjab National Bank on Tuesday reported a net profit of 507.05 crore for the September quarter. The state-run lender had reported 4,532.35 crore loss in the corresponding quarter last year. Net interest income for the quarter rose 7.2% to 4,262 crores from 3,974 crore in the corresponding quarter last year. Well, after business sports, Deepak Kumar secured India's 10th Olympic quota in shooting, while Manu Bakar claimed the women's 10-meter air pistol gold medal in the 14th Asian Championship in Doha on Tuesday. Deepak backed the bronze medal in men's 10-meter air rifle on the opening day of the championship. The Jakarta Games silver medalist shot 227.8 in the 8-man final to finish third on the podium and add to India's quota for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Later in the day, 17-year-old Manu Bakar shot 244.3 to win the top prize in the event. The Haryana sensation, though, had already secured an Olympic quota at the Munich World Cup in May. While moving to Champions League now, there on how the Champions League night played out over the week. Tuesday's Genk were in top gear, and Tuesday's fixtures saw that Tuesday's slate for 2019 UEFA Champions League fixtures served up some of the most interesting or some of the most entertaining outings we've seen in years, with two incredible comebacks and a ton of goals. Chelsea somehow came back from 4-1 down to earn a point against Ajax, while Borussia Dortmund took a major step towards the next round with a 3-2 win over Inter Milan. Defending champions Liverpool beat Genk 2-1, while Barcelona disappointed in a scoreless draw against Slavia Prague. Champions League holders Liverpool collected another victory in their relentless campaign by sneaking past Genk at a subdued Anfield. Jurgen Klopp's side lost to Napoli in their opening Group E game, their only loss in any competition this season, but have picked up 3 straight wins to move towards the knockout stages. Liverpool moved top of the group ahead of Italian club Napoli, who were held to a 1-1 draw by Salzburg. Liverpool remain unbeaten in the past 24 home matches in European competition since a defeat in October 2014. Chelsea, meanwhile, mounted a stirring comeback from 1-4 down and earned a crucial Champions League point with a 4-4 scoreline as Ajax ended with 9 men on a night of high drama at Stamford Bridge. Both sides had chances in the closing moments, but in the end settled for a draw, which leaves them both level on 7 points, with Valencia, who beat Lille 4-1 in this extremely tight Group H contest. Chelsea have conceded 4+ goals in a single Champions League game for only the 3rd time in their history and for the first time since April 2009. Achraf Hakimi scored 2 second-half goals as Borussia Dortmund overcame a 2-goal deficit to beat Inter Milan 3-2 in a thriller at Westfall Stadion. Dortmund moved above Inter into the 2nd spot in the Champions League Group F. The German side are just a point behind leaders Barcelona, who were held to a surprise goalless draw at Camp Nou by Slavia Prague. Borussia Dortmund won the Champions League game, having been 2 goals behind for the first time in history. Barcelona, meanwhile, failed to score for the first time in 46 home games as they were held to a draw by Slavia Prague. Lionel Messi, who did not score or provide an assist for the first time in a home Champions League group game since 2012, struck the bar and had the best of Barca's 6 shots on target. Barcelona have extended their unbeaten home run to 34 games in the Champions League, the longest run without defeat on home soil in the competition's history. The La Liga champions face Borussia Dortmund at home in their next Champions League game on Wednesday, that's 27th of November, while Slavia will host Inter Milan at the same time. Well, time now to take a jog down memory lane and take a look at all the important events that took place on this very day in history, 6th of November.
On this day in 1860, former Illinois Congressman Abraham Lincoln was elected to be the 16th President of the United States. He defeated 3 other candidates, John Breckinridge, John Bell, and Stephen Douglas. Lincoln won the U.S. presidential elections with a majority of the electoral votes in a 4-way race. He became the first president elected from the new Republican Party. This day in the year 1913, Mahatma Gandhi was arrested while leading a march of Indian miners in South Africa. In the protest, Gandhi launched a passive resistance campaign, gaining the support of thousands of mine workers. While leading the march, Gandhi was arrested and released later on bail, rejoining the protest march, and was re-arrested. The Indian Relief Bill was finally scrapped. On this day in 1985, noted Hindi film actor Sanjeev Kumar passed away in Mumbai. He won several major awards, including 2 National Film Awards for Best Actor for his performances in Dastak and Koshish. His double role in the film Angur was listed among the 25 best acting performances of Indian cinema by Forbes India on the occasion of celebrating 100 years of Indian cinema. On this day in the year 2005, Swaminarayan Akshardham Temple in New Delhi was officially inaugurated by then President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The complex displays millennia of traditional Hindu and Indian culture, spirituality and architecture. The temple is built on around 100 acres of land on the banks of the river Yamuna.
Well, time now to come back to the present and take a look at the events listed for today.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu to attend special session of Punjab Assembly to be convened in Chandigarh to commemorate 550th birth anniversary celebrations of Sikhism's founder Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Finland, Pekka Haavisto, who is on a 4-day visit to India to hold meetings with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Union Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman in New Delhi. Election Commission of India to begin nomination process for election to the Legislative Assembly of Jharkhand. Special Court of Enforcement Directorate in Panchkula to resume hearing on a bail plea filed by former Haryana Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda and senior Congress leader Motilal Vora in money laundering case related to allotment of a plot to Associated Journals Limited.
Well, time now for our health segment. And long-term exposure to polluted air can have permanent health effects like accelerated aging of the lungs, loss of lung capacity and decreased lung function, development of disease such as asthma, bronchitis and possibly even cancer. Thus, we know that the air we breathe is important, but why? Let's take a look.
Air pollution has become a major health concern. With the rise in the levels of pollutants in the air, the risk of health problems has also increased.
High levels of pollutants, that is sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, particulate matter, all of these when they go into our lungs, they cause inflammation in our lungs, tubings of the lungs become narrow, and this leads to breathing difficulty. It leads to worsening of people who have underlying asthma, chronic bronchitis. There is also studies which suggest that exposure to air pollution over a long period of time increases chances of cancers. It also is a risk factor for developing heart attack as much as a risk factor as is smoking or high cholesterol. And therefore, pollution has an indirect effect of not only increasing allergic disorders but also causing higher chances of infections.
Breathing in the poisonous air affects everyone but can lead to severe consequences in young children, pregnant women and elderly.
All citizens, no matter what socioeconomic status we are in, have to work together to decrease levels of air pollution. Carpooling, share cars if you have to work together, if you have to go to a shopping market nearby, walk rather than taking the car, use more public transport, use the metro or use public buses, so that there is less vehicles on the road and level of pollution comes down. If there are people staying in rural area, they should encourage them to use smokeless chula and not use cow dung or wood to burn as a source of cooking. These are all factors which help to decrease levels of air pollution, and this will have a long impact on improving the health of our citizens.
Taking precautions may help to reduce the ill effects of air pollution on health. However, efforts for reduction in pollution levels and a long-term strategy is essential for pollution control. Kiran Bhardwaj, DD News.
Well, live in each season as it passes. Breathe the air, drink the water, taste the fruit and resign yourself to the influence of each, said Henry David Thoreau, one of the greatest thinkers of all time. And while smart classes are a necessity of the present, the role of nature can never be overlooked. A wholesome education is very possible when educators are as devoted as in this Rudraprayag school. Let's take a look.
Today's generation believes in smart classes with computer labs, a clean classroom, playgrounds and many such amenities. These are visuals of a classroom not in some city school but in Kottala village of Rudraprayag district. Another speciality of the school is that children here are taught to love nature through nurseries that breed fruits, vegetables and flowers. Credit for the school's incredible achievements goes to the teachers and the principal entirely, who have devotedly cultivated a tremendous variety of plants, flowers and herbs that are found here.
रोजगार परक में जैसे कि हम मत्स्य पालन, हम मधुमक्खी पालन, हम बागवानी सिखा रहे हैं बच्चों को, हम फ्लावरिंग की फूलों की खेती कैसे कर दी जाती है ये सिखा रहे हैं बच्चों को, और बच्चे बहुत अच्छे ढंग से समझ भी पा रहे हैं। हमने रोजगार के लिए फिर 20,000 नर्सरी डेवलप किया है, वो सब हमारे बच्चे करते हैं। बच्चों को अच्छी से अच्छी जानकारी नर्सरी की हो जा रही है।
गुरुजी ने यहाँ औषधीय पौधे लगाए हैं जिनसे हमें बहुत सारी जानकारी मिलती है, और यहाँ ये स्कूल बहुत हरा भरा है और हम स्कूल में पढ़ाई करने और इन पेड़ पौधों से सीखने आते हैं।
A smart education needs to go with a nurturing of love for one's surroundings. A complete education is one that includes knowledge not only of academics but also of nature. Schools like these stand as a solid example for many others to follow. For Good News India, from Rudraprayag, Raghavesh Pandey's report, DD News.
Well, time now to take a look at the weather in your city. Well, before we end this edition of Breakfast Show, we leave you with a positive thought to kickstart your day. Doing what you like is freedom. Liking what you do is happiness. Our image of the day is from Dominican Republic, where 422 couples performed a dance and have entered the Guinness Book of World Records. Take a look, smile, stay safe and healthy across the day. Bye-bye.